how's it going? Today we are going to ask, what is your person thinking and feeling about you, towards you, the situation, whatever that may be. You might be together, you might be not together, but we're having a person in mind, okay, have someone in mind, and we're going to dig into their thoughts and their feelings towards you at this time. Now remember, it's an energy reading, things can shift and change, okay, it's not set in stone. If you'd like a private reading, it will be much more accurate to your circumstances. You could just book yourself in, okay? Here we go. Okay. They're worried about your judgment. They're worried about how you're viewing them, actually. It feels like there's been a clash here. There's been an argument, or there's been like a clash in some way. And it's been making them anxious because they've not been honest about something. So they're either not being honest with you about something, or they're running away from their own truth, if that makes sense. They're not being honest with themselves, because what it shows here is someone that's got a lot of feelings towards you, the King of Cups. So the King of Cups is the king with the love and the emotion, but he tends to hold that cup, doesn't always give it freely. The Queen is a bit more giving, but the King not so much. So with this Judgment card to open, it feels as if they're worried about your judgment, because it feels like it's going to weigh heavily on them if it's not positive. Okay, so they don't want you to think badly of them, or they think you are thinking badly of them, and it is weighing quite heavily on them. I've got some quite strong Aries energy here. I've got Gemini, I've got Cancer. They're thinking about trying to come in and trying to make some sort of gesture to put this right, but they're in limbo at the moment. They're sort of hanging there, they're waiting, they're not sure how you're going to receive it, basically. But we do get the action eventually happening here with this Knight of Wands, and it could be quite spontaneous. So it could get to the point where they've just worked themselves up so much about it, they're just like, I'm just going to do it. And funnily enough, next to it, I've got the Four of Wands, which is sort of like the home. So it could even be that they decide to just turn up on your doorstep out of the blue, spontaneously. Yeah, there's some Wands energy here, so there is spontaneity. There are feelings here. They do have really, really deep or strong feelings for you. There's also a really strong attraction here. I'm just going to cover the Lovers up because of the picture on it. But there is a strong physical chemistry going on here as well. We do get the Sun and the Star as we conclude, which is can be taken as kind of twin flame energy or soulmate energy, yin yang, that kind of thing. But it is a healing energy, and the Sun is really the happiest card in the deck. It's about happiness, joy, fulfillment. There's some patience needed. It does look as if there's some patience needed with this whole situation, or you've already been very patient. With Temperance being here, it could even represent December, because Temperance is a Sagittarius energy, so like November, December. But there is a transformation with the Death card here. So they do want to transform this. The situation that feels challenging or difficult, they want it to transform, but they're anxious. They're anxious about whether they can. And really, until they're more honest about something, this is going to be an issue. So they're either needing to be more honest with themselves, or they're needing to be more honest with you. They also need to look at things from your side, because at the moment they're only looking at things from their perspective. Okay, I've got the Emperor, which can be a bit selfish or narcissistic, and I've got the Hanged Man, which is about perspective. So it's almost like they're only seeing something from their perspective. So when they're thinking about things, they're obviously, you know, only thinking about it from one particular angle. And we get this waiting energy with this Two of Wands, waiting. Although there is a Two of Cups, and with the Lovers here as well, that would represent a fairly strong kind of soul connection, both physically and emotionally. So, I mean, their thoughts and feelings at the moment, they're apprehensive. But I feel like they're not fully taking responsibility for their part in this, whatever this is that's gone on, because they're still running away from something. They're running away from the truth. They're being very blinkered. They're being very kind of selfish. It can transform, but I don't think it's transforming just yet, not with that Temperance energy. Things need to calm down a little bit. Things need to be a little bit more balanced before they can change. Sorry, I just got a random other card in there from my other deck. Things need to become more balanced and more tempered before they can change. But we do expect changes, and we do have the autumn, which ties into what we were saying there with kind of October, November energy. November, December is, sorry, what I said, wasn't it? They're still watching you. They're stuck on you. It feels like they're not going anywhere. We've got stuck on you. We've got chemistry. We've got true love, soulmate energy, spying and watching. We've also got distance, travel and adventure. So I don't know if there's a physical distance here between you, or whether this is someone that is away traveling a lot, or, you know, having to travel for work or something. That might not be helping. But yeah, that is where we are at. So let me know if it resonates.